In BTD6, there's a grand total of 80 regular maps in the game. Now I'm going to see just how far a Degree 100 Spike Factory Paragon could get on every last one of them. Starting with the classic Monkey Meadow. Alright, as always, there's a couple things to note before we get into it. First off, this thing looks like a Degree 1. It doesn't look like a Degree 100, but I promise you it is. All 3 tier 5s right here. I get this down OP version of Paragon totems in shop. You upgrade any single one of them. All it takes is 1. Look at that, Degree 100. I promise you it's just a visual thing. It has all the same properties, all the same damage, blah, blah, blahs. It's okay. So this thing has global range no matter what map you're on or what track it is. It'll cover it with these spikes. I will be getting it down wherever I think is best on the map. Okay, for this one, I think it'll be right here, not in this corner or whatever. And the final thing to mention is I'm going to get a tech bot for every single map, okay? All I'm going to do is just throw that right on top. It'll activate these abilities. I know that can mess up the timings a little bit with these spiky mines. I don't even know what they're called. But look at that. They explode. More ones come out. It's going to be fine. Time to shut up. Let's see how far I can get on Monkey Meadow. Alright, just like that, we go down on round 221. Now what I could do is retry the last round and then maybe get a little better RNG with the abilities, because that tends to work sometimes. It's very random. Or maybe it won't be. We might still lose. Yeah, okay, it was the exact same thing. So yeah, 221, the damage was about 500 million in the loop. I was thinking about having it right down in the middle so it could hit all 3 tracks simultaneously, but then I realized once they get to this spot over here, it's only going to be dealing a third of the damage as if it was building up back here, if that makes sense. I don't know, maybe that'll work, maybe it won't. I'm going to have a lot of learning to do in this video, so let's get started. Actually, one more thing, we're going to be starting on round 100, at least for the rest of the beginner maps, because I think it's pretty obvious we'll be able to take care of a B80. Just one of these missiles, look at that. God damn it, dude. I literally clicked to slow it down to show you what was happening. It was getting a little crazy, okay? A little spooky there. Round 249. Already a massive improvement from Monkey Meadow. I think overall it is better when it's placed in the back because the spikes can deal a lot of damage while they go down the track and it can build up. You know what I'm saying? Middle of the road. And we got it right in the middle of the road. When we did it with the Apex Plasma Master, it was very dependent on the obstacles. Like for this one, we got it right here where it was able to bounce between all the buildings and stuff. But this one's a completely different story. Maybe I should do this for every Paragon. Could this be the end for us already, dude? No way. I guess I shouldn't say already because 226 is better than Monkey Meadow already. That one was 221. But yeah, that one was a bit of a struggle, you could say. Damage was... Also, keep in mind, we are starting on round 100 every time, so the damage isn't fully accurate. 580 million. Spa Pits, the map that was released with the Spike Factory Paragon. So you know what? Maybe this will be the best one so far. And out she goes on round 244. Something super interesting is when this thing first came out, I made a video where it was Degree 1 versus Degree 100, and it was sitting on a pontoon right in the middle of this lake. And on that one, it got to round 241. So like, maybe the placement doesn't matter quite as much as you might think, but it also got us 3 extra rounds. Anyway, damage, 876 million. Tinkerton, Little Miss Rosalia map. Round 100, B80. I'm curious how much damage the spikes actually do, the ones that cover the track. It just sucks because when we click on it, it just covers the B80. You can't even see anything. It'll be answered eventually, I guess. Alright, they're officially crossing into the other path. Unless we get a super lucky ability with the perfect missile landings, we're done. No, it's not even going to be close. Okay, 235 is going to take us down. Not too bad. 700 million damage. Tree stump. Not on the tree stump, unfortunately. I feel like that'd be like the worst possible place to put it. It would only hit this tiny little section right here. That'd be fucking terrible. I'm not doing that. I guess we could put the little tech bot up there. Make him feel nice at home. I think we want length and we want a couple tracks colliding. I'll be the first to admit it. I was wrong. Okay, 230, definitely below average so far. Or maybe it is about average, I'd say. Damage, my friends, 630 million, about the same as the other ones. Whoop-de-doo, right? Town Center, the tutorial map. I've always wondered why it is the tutorial map. Why not just start out with Monkey Meadow? It's the first map in the game anyway, right? I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a perfect fit. Also, there's some weed whacking going on outside my window, if you can hear that. I apologize about that. I'm also making a pretty crazy decision right now. We're gonna start on 200 instead of 100 now. At least for these super easy maps, because like I promise you we'll be able to get past round 200. Just a couple missile explosions, not even getting to the actual girth of the tower, and it's gone. The only problem I have with putting it at the end of the map is the scariness factor. Like, we might honestly take care of this right now, but it looks like we won't. It looks like we're gonna lose. And I guess you just never know until the very end. You see that? I hate it so much. And just a few rounds later, we go down to 235. Another average is actually the exact same as Tinkerton. 1-2 tree. Want to see something fascinating? If we go to round 200 right away, right before getting anything down, goodbye trees. I think this right here is going to be it, but would you look at that? New leader. Round 251 we got to. Never in a million years did I think 1-2 tree would be the map to do it, but it took it down. Scrapyard. The longest map in the game, I believe so. So this one, I am expecting it to do very well, and if it doesn't, I will be very sad. We also have this little fancy fella, so if we can't take care of this ZOMG right here, we can crush him. God damn it, dude. 243. I think that might have been a problem with my placement, so I'm gonna try somewhere else. It was up in this corner. I thought theoretically, yep. And then it gets time to build up. But then I realized after they go out of here, they don't go back up through this circle. They go down. Same round being called in. The only problem is that we don't have spikes built up, so it could be a bit of a struggle. Or maybe it won't be. Maybe I'm just a genius, right? Am I? I'm a genius. Come on. Yes, we did it. Not looking too promising with 4 fortified B80s coming through. No. Okay, 252. Once again, new leader. Back to back. The cabin. You guys like my vocal effect? Should I just keep this on for the rest of the video? No, I think I'd actually go crazy if I did that. No more. I've never actually done the Easter egg on this map. I kind of want to. Door. Boom. 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 Bat. Tire. Axe is in the air. Good. Now get rid of this. Absolutely terrifying shit right there. Uh-oh, not looking too good for us here. Maybe. It always seems to clutch up at the very last second, right? We got missiles coming down now. No, it was close, but not quite. Resort. I think for this one as well, length is really going to be on our side because if they go around this whole loop, right, they got to go over here and then all the way across the entire thing again. There's just absolutely no way. 229, that's one of the worst ones so far. What even happened? Let's run it back. 25 times speed, just get it over with, huh? Yep, almost an entire B80 leaking out. And there's more behind it. My assumptions were very off. Skates. This is another rule that I haven't mentioned until now. We can get pontoons if it means that's going to be the best spot overall. It's not really interfering with anything. We're also playing on easy mode, if you didn't already catch that by now. This is no chimps or anything. Regardless, we're kicking ass. Another one, nothing special, 235. Damage was 400 million. Moving on, Lotus Island. We are officially halfway done with the beginner category. Woohoo! I don't think I've really tested it enough even at this point after playing all these maps to know if putting it at the end over here is going to be the best. Should I just do this? For this map only, leave both of them. We'd get so far, isn't that so funny? Fuck you. We're not even at 235, which seems to be the downfall for most of these towers. And look at this. 229 is probably going to take us out. We might be saved by the missile, actually. No, we're not. Okay, 229. Candy Falls. Look how good this positioning is. When I press play, speed it up a little bit, it hits down here too. It's in the range. So they'll build up right there. And then get killed right here. There's also that Easter egg on this map. I honestly, at this point, forgot how to do it. There's like little Oompa Loompas that pop out everywhere if you tap certain spots. That time I wasn't even paying attention, but we got to round 245, which is solid, you know? That's not too bad. Winterpok. When we were doing the Apex Plasma Master, honestly, the beginner maps were more fun than this. Because it's like, oh, I have this range. How many of these corners is it going to cover? You know what I'm saying? However, I think later on in this video, the Spike Factory will be way more fun to watch on the like expert maps and stuff, where there's multiple tracks and multiple things going on and secrets and blah, blah, blah. $242. Fuck you. Moving on. Probably a lot of times. God. Echo. Not the echo, it's like repeating itself over and over. It's probably gonna happen a lot in this video. Or maybe it won't. There's not that many like scary maps. Is there? Encrypted, maybe? Something else I just realized is that I'm beating round 200 every single time. And every time I do that, I get an insta-monkey. I'm gonna have so many by the end of this video. I already have so many. Look at that, like 60 banana farms, 61 mortars. And these aren't stinkers either. They're solid tier 4s, even a tier 5 for the wizard. Oh my god, round 221, which is just as bad as Monkey Meadow, and also I realized by now, my Monkey Meadow placement was terrible. Park Path. Yes sir, hopefully only good things to say about this one. Very long, good placement. Yay, another Insta-Monkey. Tell me it ain't so. It is so. Okay, 235, pretty much exactly average. So you know what? There's not really too much complaining I can do there. At least it wasn't below average. Alpine Run. This makes me really want to go snowboarding. I went, I guess you could say officially for the first time last year. I was in a snowboarding program when I was in elementary school, but that was such a long time ago, it doesn't really count. And then I used to ski, but skiing is not snowboarding, so... It's not snowboarding. It was a pain in the ass though because I was terrible. I don't know, just watching them go up the ski lift, it just sounds so appealing. Ugh, 235 again. When are we gonna have an outlier? It was only a Moab that leaked out too, isn't that crazy? When is one gonna get like 300 or more? Cause it could. Maybe. I don't know. Frozen Over. This one is going to be the one that'll get us to round 300 because we're going to have a little friend joining us. Get a Blue Incineration. Set him right here. Press play. Free him. Free him. Look who it is. $235 is upon us, and take a look at that. It's not a problem this time. Finally. Yes, he will lose 7 rounds later, but still, 7 rounds later is the good part. Cubism. I think this should be the best spot because look, very exit of the map, about halfway down the track, get some damage going. I just don't know because we could get it right in the middle where it keeps passing over and over and over and over, or we could even get it right here where it's even faster at the very start and then the very end. I don't know what to do. Maybe when we lose, we'll do one more test where it's right in the middle. I love not being disappointed. Literally our new leader. I'm not even gonna bother testing the other spot because I know it's gonna be worse. 253. That's what I'm talking about. Even starting at round 200, we had almost 1 billion damage. 4 circles. The only map in the game with a built-in timer, which will be kind of cool to see. Another hard decision, but I chose this spot. Maybe this time we'll test out both middle and right. Okay, I don't know which spot to pick. It's so stressful for no reason. $222? That has to be wrong, right? If I get another one right there, sell this guy, put the tech bot on him, call in the same round, there's no way this isn't better. No, it's even worse. But also I didn't let it build up. Is that even fair? Hold on, let me restart completely. So There's not going to be random round RNG because we're still in the same game, technically. If this one gets significantly further, we'll say the middle overlapping spot is the best. But it didn't really. Only 3 more rounds, 225, and I kind of cheated. So, I don't know. This is kind of just a shitty map, I guess. Edge. The #1 map for the Apex Plaza Master because these bushes along the outside bounce the projectiles, which is honestly pretty sick. There's a long track length. I think this map overall is just very good for Paragons. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this map. 251 is so good. Not quite enough to make the top spot. Maybe if we microed it, we would do that, but I'm not doing that. Only 2 more beginner maps. Damage was 763 million. End of the road. So they have a middle, they have an end. Is there a start of the road? I don't even know. I haven't played these maps in so long. I genuinely haven't played like any of these since the last time I did this, which was like 10 months ago now. Another pontoon one, and honestly, I don't have a great feeling about it. 209. That's gotta be a joke, dude. This map is so bad. Oh my god, really? I moved the positioning up to this left corner because maybe that'll be better. It has to be 209, right? No, because it's not even gonna build up. Oh, it actually did. Oops. I did not think that was going to happen, but I guess the start is 2 rounds better. Logs, the final beginner map, and by far the easiest beginner map. I was going to say easiest and best for this one. It honestly might be because it's so long, but only time will tell. Throw the tech bot on it, call it in. So 253 is the goal to beat. We've almost made it. Currently 252. If we beat this one, we'll tie. If we win the next one, then we win overall, though we didn't do it. Of course we didn't, because why would we? But also, 252, nothing to complain about. That was the second best one. Top 3 at least. Damage was 776 million. So that will conclude the beginner category. The best map of all of them was Cubism, getting to round 253, and the absolute worst was End of the Road, getting to 211. Something interesting though, 211, the worst one for the Spike Factory, is like 20 rounds better than the best map for the Apex Plaza Master. Remember how I said Hedge did well? It got to like 192, I believe. Anyways, the overall average round for the beginner category was 236.6. We'll just round it up, even 237. Moving on to intermediate, starting with Luminous Cove. There is an Easter egg on this map where, watch this, you get tier 5, and tier 5. You tap this, right? Yeah. The walls go down, and the thing is though, I think it's just extra space to place things down because I don't think the balloons actually go back there. I don't think it's gonna help us out whatsoever, but we'll leave it open. It's kind of cool. I started on 200. I kind of realized that we're no longer on beginner maps, so I probably shouldn't do that. Or maybe we should. I don't know. 200 doesn't really seem like a big problem. If there's one where I don't think it'll stand a chance whatsoever, we'll start way lower. Okay, I'll be fair. Also, this is where the fun of the video begins. Multiple tracks, overlapping tracks, harder difficulties. It's only gonna get better from here. I was looking at the screen and watching them go out. I just didn't say anything for some reason. Round 224, honestly, not a bad start at all. That's literally better than Monkey Meadow, the most basic map in the entire game. That's so funny to me. Sulphur Springs. I think the placement here is super obvious. We want it in the back to build up like that. You could do it up top, but that'd be a little weird. I don't even know if it would shoot down, actually. Let me try that. Yeah, it does shoot to the ground. Interesting stuff. While we take down 200, something interesting, actually. If you haven't seen that other video, maybe watch it, but the best map in the entire game for the Apex Plaza Master, according to my results, was this map, Sulphur Springs. And guess what round we got to? 200, this right here, the thing that is absolutely no problem to us whatsoever. It's so interesting to think about because they're both Paragons. One is just so beyond superior to the other. Dude, intermediate my butthole. Round 234, about the average of the beginner maps. This is so good. Besides the Goliath Doom ship, because it can fly over everything, this has to be like the most versatile Paragon there is. Water Park. My favorite map in the entire game. There is nothing that comes close to how aesthetically pleasing this looks. The thing is, placement is a little tricky on this one because of the 2 paths. This is the only spot I can get it where it can consistently hit this path and this path. But the bottom's gonna be a bit more of a struggle because watch this. I think they'll go down there. I really do. I really hope they will. Oh God, what if they don't? I might be screwed. What about right here? Does that hit on here? Okay, that's way better. Way better. Way to burger flip in second, okay? I didn't know you could change the target on this thing. I should probably do smart, right? Because that way if they're coming down this one, it's only going to focus on here, not the bottom ones. And then when they come over here, it'll switch. Oh, this is rough. 215, and we have a ZOMG, a B80, a bunch of little stuff going out. Could not do it. Polyphemus, Polyphemus, whatever the hell it is, I hate this map so much. By far the best positioning you can do is right here in this pool where the eye closes is going to cover it up. So we're going to have to do a bit of microing, but at the same time, when the eye closes, there's already stuff built up on the track. It's not going to be nearly as bad as anything else. One more interesting thing before we get started, it is placing them on the edge of this thing. And the balloons don't actually go on that, I don't think. Also, it closed for the first time. Oh, it costs money, $10,000 for that. And it reset the tech bot. Okay, that's a little more problematic than I thought it would be. No need to fear, the Banana Farm Paragon is here. Well, that did not last long. 217. Also, I did notice they did go on this track. I've never seen that before, so I wasn't expecting it. Maybe that's a new update or something. Covered garden. Fuck this map. Genuinely, fuck this stupid fucking map. I hate it so much. All I want to do is get it down right here, but it's being covered. I can't go here. I'm too scared. And then if I don't do it in time, it'll close on me, so I can't get it done. So we do that, luckily in time. And I can't put the tech bot on it while the window's covering it. You gotta be kidding me, right? Something interesting too, if you tap on this glass, it sounds like glass. Take a listen. Things are looking a little rough already, round 210. We're starting to head down, we're starting to plummet. Surprisingly, I can click on this thing to check the damage even at the end. Corey. My dad has a friend named Corey. Honestly, a pretty cool guy. Press play. There's a secret on this one too. If you tap certain rocks in a certain order, it just gives a dinosaur over there. I don't really feel like looking it up though. 251. There we go. It's starting to rain and the drought is dissipating. Quiet street. Shh. Be very, very quiet. This is now an ASMR channel. Here, listen to this. God, I hate that. It give me goosebumps, dude. I hate ASMR more than anything. If you enjoy ASMR, you're crazy. You need to be checked into Arkham Asylum. I'm not really sure how this map works. Right now, they're coming from the bottom and then doing a loop around and going out. But when I started the map, they were coming from the top too. It like came down from both lanes. That's why I put it down right in the middle. I moved it. We're now over here. 234, meh, we weren't quite enough. 275,445,907. I'm so sorry. Lunarius Prime. So they'll go down this side, and then they'll switch to this little portal, go down this side. So I think we're gonna do this again. Some smart targeting. And yeah, hopefully that'll work out in our favor. It is so scary having them all down at the bottom like a permaspike. Dude, when do they switch? I don't even know. Hurry up, it's been 10 rounds. There's no way it hasn't. Oh, there we go. This is not looking good. Actually, the smart targeting might have been a bad choice because it just now realizes to put them over there after they go through the portal so it can't build up. What if we set the target right here? No, it's still not. I have to restart the entire thing, dude. I just have to have it on normal the entire time. You see, now we have it built up on both sides just in case. I can't figure this out. Having it on normal is also not optimal. What if I just do this? We set the target for here and we micro it a little bit. Did you ever think you'd hear me say I'm gonna micro something? Probably not. I'm calling it there, around 216. Balance, right in the middle, kind of. It's a little bit off to the side because you can't actually fit anything in there. I just feel like I trust this so much more than putting it somewhere on the outside. Also, it is so interesting. If there's multiple paths, it shoots multiple missiles. Same with how the spikes are right there. It is so thick. It's so satisfying watching everything just run right to its death. They spread out and then come to a good conclusion that they're gonna die together. I don't think we have much time left though. Put it in 25 times speed. And they go out. 238. Encrypted. I told you I was gonna do it. So this one's going to consist of 2 tests. First one, obviously, right in the middle up here in the perfect spot. And then later on, once we lose, I'm going to do the little Easter egg where it's like the big vortex portal thing in here, you know what I'm talking about? And we'll see if that does any better. The only problem with doing that is that the Spike Factory Paragon cannot be in like a super good spot. We'll have to put it outside of this middle area. There's not enough room. So maybe I should stop spoiling the surprises. Maybe I should just tell you that when we get there. 239, nothing crazy. The only problem that I have is I have no idea how to do this Easter egg. I gotta look it up. Who's gonna be the first one to help me out? Oh, H-bomb. You hear this?
Solved, and it's pretty easy to pull off. Just place a super monkey in the dead center.
Okay. Thanks, H-bomb. Shout out to you. Get the super monkey down. And what does it even do? Not much against DDTs, I'll say that. Am I gonna have to redo all of that? God damn it. DDTs are no longer a problem. So this thing works kind of like a pirate lord. Is that what it's called? That middle path? The one that I hate now. It sucks in Moab class balloons, not BADs, obviously. That would be a little too overpowered. But this is good. This is really good. We beat 239, and we probably have another 10 rounds to go if I had to guess. Kinda. 243. We're still gonna say 239 was the limit because technically that wasn't just the Spike Factory Paragon. We had that thing. Bizarre. There's a slight problem. The Spike Factory has too big of a footprint to fit right in the middle right here. You can't fit it along any of these right here. And if you were to get a pontoon down here, it's not gonna be able to reach the other track, so it's not gonna be optimal. It looks like they come in from the... No, they switch sides. It goes boom, boom. Okay. We're going to be in the exact same situation, whether it's right here or right here. That did not take long. 212. And it wasn't even... Was it close? Let's run it back. Yeah, it's just all these little guys were getting screwed because it's over here. Adora's Temple. So let's begin. I was gonna say, just kidding, we can transform the entire thing. I got the VTSG, but I forgot you need Adora. You know, it's literally Adora's Temple. But there we go. We actually got it now. The whole screen is now black. It looks way, way, way better. Now we begin. 235, not really much to say. Moving on. Spring. Depending on how you look at it, either the dumbest name of any map in the entire game or the most clever map. For all we know, whoever named this map could have just messed up and accidentally copy and pasted the word spring twice. Or they could have done it on purpose to be funny. Or option 3, it's clever. It's a spring, like a water spring in springtime. Spring. You know what I'm saying? Let me know which option you think is the most likely. I think number 1. They're just trying to fuck with us. No. Number 2 is them trying to fuck with us. Number 1 is they just messed up, like a typo. Which would be the funniest option. I'm saying 1. 234. Now that is no typo. Yes, you heard it right. Can you believe it? It's average. Actually above average for the intermediates, I guess you could say. Carts and darts. Yes, I am very well aware that you can remove this stuff, but I think this spot will be even better. We don't even need to do that. No, 227. Yeah, that's my favorite round. I wish we would beat that one. Yeah. Piece of shit. Either do incredible, either be the next best map in the entire game, or be terrible. Because then either way I can be excited or excited the opposite way. Annoyed and be like, wow, you suck so bad. Blah, blah, blah. I hate average. Average is so stupid. Average is boring. Average is not what you want to see. You want to see the extremes, whether it's one end or the other. That's what you want to see. Moon landing. These astronauts know what's going on, dude. This is such good placement. The fact that you can hit over the wall is amazing. That way it'll shoot into here, into the back where we want it, but we can also start dealing damage down here as well. So nice. Makes me want to happy. If any of you know what that reference is, I don't think anyone in the entire video watching this video will know what that is, but it's the funniest video I've ever seen in my entire life. You guys ever watched Isaac Leon? Coolest guy on the entire planet. Watch this video. This has been my Instagram bio since this video came out 3 years ago. It's just my favorite video ever released ever. Okay, get back to the moon. 233. It's a real bad day to be an average map in one of my videos. You want some, bitch? Huh? Haunted. I bet you expected me to do the voice again, didn't you? Well, too bad. I'll do it if the map deserves it. If the map gets past 250 right now, then we'll turn that on. I don't know why I'm like trying to push that like it's some great reward or something. It's really not. I looked away for 2 seconds and we lost on round 203. Is this the worst one for the entire video so far? You notice how I'm not mad about that. I'm actually happy. I like to see the extremes. 203. There's no way. There has to be something wrong with it. Run it back. I know this isn't bad placement because like it can hit both of them. They get damaged and they go down and they get damaged again. Like I don't know what spot would even be better. It still goes out even with the ability active. Downstream. Pretty far down the stream. 224, make it quick. Firing range. One of my favorite maps in the entire game. Not because of like, kind of the way it interacts. Not the way it looks though. Just like how many things I've actually done on this map. Every single 000 versus ZOMG video or tier, I don't know, 555s versus blah, 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 blah. It was all done on firing range, all those shorts. This map has a very special place in my heart. And what better spot in any map to get it than right here. The exact spot we test everything else at. I feel like I shouldn't really get my hopes up. Most of these maps are likely to be average, hence why it's average. So if it is like that, I won't get mad, okay? I promise. $233, I guess, is slightly above average. See, I'm not mad. I'm happy that he did well, I guess. 385 million damage. Cracked. Like I am at literally any game other than Bloons. The one game that I constantly play, it's literally my job to play this game. I still suck at it, but when it comes to like Fortnite and Clash Royale and whatever else, I'm actually good at the game. I don't get it. Maybe it's because this game takes a lot of thinking. I don't know. I'm good at like practicing and muscle memory. So games like Fortnite, it just takes practice. This one, I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. I pick the wrong cross paths all the time. I put stuff in the wrong spots. For all I know, this could be a terrible spot to put this thing. It could be better right here. I'm gonna get 1,000 comments about it. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. The world will keep spinning. 231. Stream bed. Just the cooler, more aesthetically pleasing version of Cracked. You can remove an obstacle right in the middle. They have similar paths. They just remind me of the exact same map, you know. Off topic, but I'm just curious. How many of you, viewers, do you guys know who Primus is? Or do you listen to Primus? If you do, hell yeah. If you don't, hell yeah. Maybe it's not your style. But I saw them actually 2 nights ago. It was so sick. It wasn't the first time I've seen them, but it was fun, you know. And I got a t-shirt to show for it. $223. Now I have to pee, which I actually do, so I'm gonna be back. Shoots without the ladders. Shoots without ladders just doesn't go well. You know, that's like SpongeBob without Patrick. That's like tricks without kids. It's like a lonely basketball hoop with no basketball. Like, come on, why would you do that? Let's remove these statues. I don't think it's gonna do anything. If anything, it's gonna make it look dumber. I shouldn't have done that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Not feeling too great about this one. Even 201 as they come in, they get kind of far. It left as quick as it came. 209 is it. It is so crazy though, because still 83 million damage. That's so much. Rake, the Luigi map. So every Bloons map looks obviously very cartoonish and like not realistic, but this is the one exception. Like the sand or whatever this is, it looks so realistic. It's scary. I really want them to make like a version of Bloons. Well, not a version of Bloons, but like shaders for Bloons and like 4K, you know, just the highest possible quality where it looks like real life, kind of like turning Minecraft shaders on and everything looks so much better, you know. I feel like that'd be so cool to see, and I have a really powerful computer, so it actually would work too. Then I can make some cool videos, you know. Sorry, it's getting to that point of the video where I just keep talking about nothing and rambling. I should be quick and efficient, be like, rake 215, next one, blah blah blah, 240. I must silence myself. Bubble in the mouth. You're in the hallway. No talking. Until now, because we lost on round 212. I said 215. That was a pretty close prediction, honestly. Spice Islands, our final intermediate map. I feel like intermediate's kind of boring, and then we get to advance and expert, then it gets super fun. And for the beginner maps, it's the very start of the video. It's fresh, it's exciting. But also, we're not going to skip an entire category. Intermediate, a little underwhelming. Underwhelming it. Yeah, that should be its new name. And down we go on 219. It's over, yay! All right, let's do some math. So the gold medal for best map in intermediate category was Corey with 251 rounds. And then the opposite, the worst, was Haunted with 203. It did not deserve the vocal effect. And overall, the average round was 224.91 or 225, a little over 10 rounds less than beginner. Sunset Gulch, the most recently added map with the Desperado monkey. I like it. This one works a little strange. The regular balloons come along this path right here, and then Moabs come straight across this train track right here. So we're honestly not gonna have to worry about this bottom section whatsoever. If anything, I could maybe even move this over to the corner. Also for this map, I feel 100% confident that we can beat round 200, but for the advanced category, I'm gonna start on round 100. Past round 200, but 203 is looking a little scary. It soaked up the first ones, but it just keeps coming. And it's gonna go out. Okay, 203, the bar is becoming lower and lower each time. Enchanted Glade. To be honest, I have no idea what the hell this map even is. I've never seen this once in my entire life. Let me prove it to you. This one and the next two I've never even played before. Last Resort, never done that. Ancient Portal, never tried that. Anyways, I don't even know where the balloons come from in this one. So the bottom left, go up there. It looks like there's like 8 different paths though. There's probably one over here, one that goes up there. No, one that comes from up there. Okay. So it switches off every time. Comes from down here, then comes from up there. And then it gets absorbed into the tree. That's honestly so sick, dude. I like this map. Oh, that's so cool. I'm just so curious what the point is of this section right here and this section up here. I mean, obviously you can farm in there and stuff, but like, it looks like they would go around this circle. Round 40 Moab class balloons, they come from the same spot. Okay, so what's the fucking point of that? This area, this water, what are you gonna put right there? Fucking a boat that's blocked? Look at that, that's so stupid. So once again, we just passed round 200. It was no problem, but just like the previous map, we lost right after 200. Just checking in, I guess. Seems like we're doing a little better on this map. This placement is actually incredible. Oh, okay, never mind. I spoke too soon, round 209. Better than 203, that's all I can say. The Last Resort. Again, never played it. I don't know what's different about this one versus regular Resort. They look the same. Oh, okay, so this time, they don't go around each loop. They just do the big rectangle. At least I think so. No, that time they did. Okay, it switches every single time. I do not like that. We can't place anything on the ice. We can put stuff behind here, but that's not going to be optimal. I think just all the way up in this corner is the best place we could do. 211. It wasn't by much, but we officially have our new leader for the advanced category. Ancient Portal. I think after this one, I've played every other map in the game, so we don't have to worry about not knowing what the hell's going on. But as of right now, I have no idea what the hell's going on. Call them in, they go through this portal and out this path. And then is this like the previous map where it just switches every time? Still going out this way. Let's speed this up a bit. It just stays there the whole time. That doesn't make any sense. So what does this do? If we realign the portal, I think it's going to swap them over to this side, obviously, right? Why would we want to do that? I feel like this is a shorter path. And does it stay there all the time? You can just rapidly do this? What? Which one's better? I genuinely don't know. Final test, the Moab, round 40. Does it have anything special? Does it go on both sides for some reason? Duplicates? It's so strange to me. Why would you switch them? We're just going to keep the portal aligned over here. I think this path is slightly longer than this one. Someone please explain this to me. Why is this an advanced map? We can place stuff down anywhere. We even have these little pedestals and everything. Like, is there something special about those too? Sorry to interrupt the beautiful time lapse. It's now around 200, and I watched some videos so I know what stuff does. Watch this. If I tap this guy up here, giant explosion. I don't know how much damage that does, but probably a good amount. And also all these little moon things, they give heroes buffs. You see that? Even one secretly in the water right here. I think this is going to be it. Yeah, it is. 213. We're only going up. Castle Revenge. Unfortunately, we had to get it right here at the very start of the map, which is not what you want with this thing. The only problem is if we get it up here, whatever, not enough range, doesn't even reach the track. And there's this big fucking pressure valve piece of shit sitting there in our way. So like I can't get one. I have to pick a side, one or the other. Something interesting too is that there's no spikes on the bottom part of the map. They're technically like outside of the map at that point. You can't damage them. So that's another thing not working in our favor. Imagine these purples being taken care of by some spikes, you know? Uh-oh, pressure valve, it's your time to shine. Is it? Come on, we need something to get closer. We can push them back. They keep dying to the spikes. Come on, now, push them back. Even though it doesn't actually even work on Moabs. Yeah, that one's pretty rough. 180, didn't even make it to 200. Damage was 100 million. Dark Path. Put it right behind the swirls so it can hit them while they're swirling and then after too. It also feels very claustrophobic for this little guy, so let's give him some breathing room. Get rid of these, that, and the top ones too, we might as well. And look at that, there's so much more space, it feels less cramped. I like it a lot better too. $208, eh? I'm Canadian now. Look, it's snowing. I could play some hockey here. These look like big hockey pucks. I'm Canadian. I love syrup and maple trees and maple leaves because I'm Canadian. Erosion. Now, you might think this map would be pretty rough because of the ice breaking constantly, and we have to get the Paragon like 6 different times. However, I think we're going to be just fine because of the global damage. See? Like, we can just keep them up here until everything breaks. Like, up to that point, there's not going to be anything hard enough to take care of us anyway. 187. I wasn't expecting much on that one. That sounds about right because we had such a small area to work with. Another thing that sucks is that it wastes the mine ability on these empty tracks. It would cover all of those and then like barely hit this one. It should just like take all of these and put it on the only track that's actually going, you know? Midnight Mansion. I have some bad news, I think. I can't fit a spike factory anywhere. I'm not even kidding when I say that. I'm using auto nudge and I can't fit it anywhere on the map. Unless we can use these books again. This is our last effort. If it doesn't fit on here, okay, we don't have to be disqualified. Look at this bullshit, dude. A dart monkey can fit in this, like, you can do a circle around because there's that much room. There's no way the spike factory can't do that. Right? No. You know what I just realized? We need we need 3 spike factories to get the Paragon, right? There's only enough space for 2 of them. What am I supposed to do? If I press play and then the fire goes away, do I have space now? No. Okay, I restarted my game. I put on the place anywhere mod. I can literally put it wherever I want, right? I promise you I only put this on so we could actually get the Paragon down. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to get it in like the perfect little placement like this. We're still going to put it exactly where you theoretically could if there was enough room for 3 of them, okay? $193. Honestly, way better than I was expecting. That beat some of the other maps in this stupid little placement. Yeah, not too bad. Let me turn that place everywhere mod off now. Sunken columns. I still don't understand the point of this map. They need to have Moabs come like down there in the sunken columns. Dude, 232. Why did that work so well? I don't understand. I mean, the track length is a decent length, but like, it's not anything crazy. Anyways, good job. Damage probably, yeah, 650 million, pretty good. X Factor. This time, we don't have enough to remove the top thing, so we have to just play a round or 2 out. There we go. Now we can do it. I can't think of any better spot to put this thing than right in the middle where it can hit all 4 paths. At least I'm hoping that's the best option. We've learned from this video that sometimes it isn't. This honestly looks so sick. It like fits the theme of like war and military, blah, 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 big scaries, machines. I feel like we're just flying right through these ones. 184 for X Factor. Mesa Verde, because my name's Kim Wexler. You know what I've been doing to pass the time while I'm waiting these ones out? I've been watching my old shorts, like early on shorts or videos. Like, they're so funny, dude. Also, I think I might need to move this thing down a little bit. It's getting way more on the top than the bottom. I want them evenly split. Wait a minute, you can remove this? You can get rid of the entire mesa of mesa? Oh no, it's just the top spots. And then you can put stuff on top of it. That's so sick. What? I don't know the secrets of any map. Let's get another one right here. How much damage is he gonna do? Kevin Wachtel and what's her name? The other lady. Oh god, this is Mesa Verde, Mesa Verde, Mesa Verde never ends. Round 201 was the limit. Geared. Kind of sounds like Guillaume. This should be interesting because the map moves every single time. It was such a struggle with the Apex Plasma Master, but this one's gonna be so good. Every time we went around, it moves and just fills up that area over and over again while the missiles are shooting across the entire map. We're gonna have a couple off rounds when it's down here and out of the way, but then it comes back better than ever. God, I hate this. We're one away from being back on the track, and there's like only a couple spikes down here. I don't know if we're gonna get it. The missile ability is not ready yet. We're running out of room. No, dude, no! Because if I started one higher, then we would have been there for 176, but we also would have been back for another round. I don't know. It's hard to gauge. Final try, starting in that second position as I was talking about. Let's see if we can, you know, beat 176. Okay, 175 right now. Okay, it's officially 176, and I timed it perfectly, like I said. So that was not the limit. It is dependent on the starting positions, you know what I'm saying? Officially the final round, I believe. 190, we have a full BAD coming through. But they just never get taken care of, or they always get taken care of. They never leak out for some reason. I'm so happy. 191, however, is a different story, okay? We were one round away from being back on the track, so you could say, oh, if you moved it one over, you'd get blah, blah, blah. No, it's not gonna happen, okay? Spillway. I have terrible news. We can't fit a spike factory in the middle, the one spot you want it to be at. Get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. Now it's more beautiful and aesthetic, and now we see how far we can get. $211, nothing special. Next up is Cargo. God, I hate this map. See, watch this. Round 40. I guess that was way too quick, but round 40 drops down these little guys. Now they will start coming through here, I believe. Please. I guess you can't really see anything at this point. You can't even see round 100. Watch. It just gets immediately taken care of. $205. I told you I hate this map. It's so dumb. I will never play Cargo ever again. Until the next time I make one of these videos. He looks so cozy in there. Can we place anything on these rocks? I really hope we can. No? Not even like a dart monkey. I originally had it right here, but then I realized we want more of the spikes being on the bottom path rather than the top because this is the start. $190, honestly expected. It wasn't like, there's nothing, God, I can't speak. There's no real good spots for this thing. No like good intersections. This is kind of terrible, honestly. Peninsula. We got a little lucky here. We were able to fit it on here. I was expecting to have to do it up on this top section right here, which would be a little rough. But no, these have plenty of room. You could even fit a couple more. 210 seems a little slightly above average for this category so far. High finance. It's currently under construction. There's literally nothing going on besides a little bridge and a little baby school that we're crushing. Let's build the city. Transition time. Much better. 230. Honestly, super solid. That's been a little bit since we've gotten one that high. It's been since sunken columns, actually. Another brick. Get the fuck out of the way. I don't think I've ever actually removed this stuff over here. $1,000, $1,000. What if we filled this area with tech bots? Yay! Now we can activate one of them, throw them on there. Just one green guy. It's like this picture. I had it as my wallpaper on my iPod when I was little. It was like these ones, dude. I can't be the only one. This used to go so hard. Are you kidding me? I think this one right here was my exact wallpaper. Oh, what good times, dude. $221 back-to-back solid rounds. Or not solid rounds. Well, they are solid rounds, but I mean solid maps getting to solid rounds. It was all thanks to the TechBot army. Off the coast. Sadly, I think this one's gonna be pretty boring if I had to guess. I hate just having to put it at the back of the map. It's not fun. I like when there's intersecting tracks and you have to find which one works the best and blah, 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 and all these cool positions. Not just this. This is stupid. $209. Nothing memorable. You know, at the end of this video, when it's all said and done, are you gonna be like, oh, Off the Coast was my favorite one. I loved it so much. Cornfield. Believe it or not, one of the first maps that I ever blackboarded. I did the Chimp Snow Harvest achievement while I was blackbordering it. Because you know what? Honestly, back then, I didn't even know you could remove the corn. I thought clicking on stuff like this, where it says $1,500, was actually like monkey cash. What's it even called? I don't know. Like the real currency. I thought you could remove it for one round and then it'll just go back to normal next time you play this map. I thought it was the biggest scam in the world. I was like, what the fuck, huh? That's so messed up. So yeah, by that logic, I did not remove any of the corn. It seems as if round 217 is going to be the end of us, at least for test 1. Let's see if removing the corn and putting it in a different position is actually going to be better, more beneficial. Just like the previous map all the way at the end. I think if we're able to get this ability off in time, we actually might do it. Hit them. Come on. Come on. Yes. No. Okay. It doesn't really matter. If the ability can't do it, nothing can do it. Underground. Save the easiest one for last, I guess. Also one of the very first maps that I beat on Chimps mode. It's just so easy. It's like decent length. Everything passes over each other so well. It's like there's not even 2 tracks at all. The answer is no. We didn't even make it to round 200. I mean, 198 is really not that bad, but still. All right, with the conclusion of Advanced, the best map was Sunken Columns, getting to round 232. And the worst map was Castle Revenge with 180 and the useless little pressure valve. The overall average round was 204.9 or 205. Glacial Trail. Moving on to the expert maps, and this one is one of the most annoying maps in the entire game. I forget the exact number, but I believe it's every 10 rounds that everything, is it everything on the map? I don't know. Things start to freeze. Now that's normally a big issue, especially when we did the Apex Plaza Master. It froze and we lost on round 11, I think, something like that. But the Spike Factory is different, okay? Once it gets frozen, these aren't going to disappear. It has the full map spikes. I think we're going to do really well here. Like, look at that. We're officially frozen and still nothing. Oh, actually, interesting. The black spikes don't actually work. It's only the missile ones. $181. Can we get it done? Please, no. There's a whole B80 leaking out. What a good start, dude. This is an expert map. This is as hard as it gets. This is one tower we got down. 181 rounds while being frozen, too. Dark dungeons. We could go over here where these two intersect, and that would be pretty nice. But then when it comes to down here, it's only going to have the full spikes and the missiles. I have tested it. If you get one right here, it doesn't reach the top path, so that's not an option. I just don't even know what to do, but want to see something adorable? Hey buddy, how are you doing? Oh, wait a minute, look at this. I can get it on top of here. I feel pretty safe about this. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely do. And worst case scenario, we can click this, get some extra spikes coming out the sides. And at the very end, once we lose, I will activate the statue. Something interesting that I've noticed throughout watching this time lapse is that these are the only 2 tracks that are actually activated. It hits a certain point where this side and this side, the left and right, don't even spawn in any balloons for some reason. So this placement genuinely could not be any better. I promise you. It looks like we're getting a little overwhelmed here. Could be the end. No, almost. It will be soon though, mark my words. Very soon. Round 190. Retry the last round. What we're gonna do is activate the statue. Then we upgrade level 2, level 3. It is maxed out. See if that would help us. It actually did. We're now on 191. But just like the encrypted map where we had the big portal in the middle, we're not gonna count whatever this gets. 192, just 2 more than the original. This thing doesn't help that much. Sanctuary. Because look, if I were to do it down here, 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 or here, they move way too much. If I were to do it right then, things would get by on the left side. This bottom one wouldn't be able to reach up here. And same could be said with those ones too. You get my idea. Round 1. No! We were 1 round away from 200. This is supposed to be hard, dude. Getting to round 200 on an expert map with 1 tower. What we've learned is that the Spike Factory Paragon is just ridiculously good. Honestly, it really is. Ravine. The trickiest one so far because we could go right here. Wouldn't be that great. Could go right here. Would be better. But then we're missing out on this entire row right here. So we could go here. But then we're missing out on this one. Oh boy, there's going to be more traffic in this area right here compared to just this little spot because even the ones that go out to the left right here, they come through this section. We're only missing out on 1. It might be okay. Uh, 144. Could you guess it? Look. There's blur on the screen, but you can see on the left side right there. Kind of expected though, there's nothing I can really do about that, as I explained. So yeah, damage was 26 million, one of the lowest of the entire video. Flooded Valley. I've had my fair share of angry, naughty words at this map. It's just, damn dude, it never works. You do 555, click, click, it doesn't even open. Oh, hey. I actually did it, 2nd try. I don't know what was different about that time. Should I put it on the other side just because it looks better? I guess I might as well. Yes, we did it. We made it to round 200. We officially now passed round 200 on an expert map. You know, there's a first for everything. I thought Sanctuary... Oh, god damn it. Right away. 201. I was going to say I thought Sanctuary was going to be the best one, but I was proven wrong. Infernal. As you can see... This is gonna be so tricky. I thought this might be able to barely hit both sides. Definitely not the case. We cannot... Oh, we can target it ourselves? What? Why can't you just, like, normally do that, huh? You guys should all know I'm not good with microwing, but we're gonna try our best. No, it's gonna be it. Round 209. I shouldn't even say no. That was the best one so far. That was great, dude. Microwing actually helps a good amount. Only in certain situations like that, though. Because I just, like, every time it would be an even round, I would set it right here. Every odd round, it'd be up here. And then they would get the full attention of the Spike Factory, not have it shooting random. If anything, it was better that time. Bloody Puddles. Hey, man, what are you going to do for this one? Hey, guy, I have no fucking idea. Keep in mind, the Paragon doesn't have a much bigger radius than the base 000. So if we got it right here, it'll hit these 2. Here, we can only hit 2 tracks, I think is the moral of the story here. Moment of truth. Can that hit? No, it can't even. Even if we set the targeting over there, I don't think it'll let me. Oh, it will. Okay, I take that back. Micro, micro, micro. This is so interesting. Look, you can have it shoot anywhere within its radius. It can go in between tracks. I can put it in the water if I wanted to. Why? Why is that even a thing? Look at this. Even a 002 can do the same thing. That doesn't make sense. $161. We did better on one of the hardest maps ever made than we did on Ravine. Don't get me wrong, Ravine is hard too, but like Bloody Puddles is so much harder than Ravine. There's nothing I can do about it though, because look at this. It's just coming around the left side and the right side, which we all knew was going to be the reason we lost. Workshop. First things first, we're going to just let it play out and let it be. No reverse motor, no track extensions, no nothing. We'll start doing that once we lose. Honestly, wow, what a great start. 183 without using any track extensions. I don't think activating them is going to be quite as good as you guys might think, but it'll give us an extra few rounds. That's for sure. Every time it runs out, can you activate it right away? Yes, you can. Okay, so there's going to be 100% uptime on that. Oh, man. 211. I'm going to try that one more time. We have the track extension up. We have been using the reverse motor the whole time. I don't know how effective that is against stuff like this. I mean, B80s is probably not going to do anything. But still, I think it doesn't hurt to use it. Activate that one more time. Did we just not have enough, or did I not time everything right? That's the question. Like, activate... No, okay, we just didn't have enough power, but 211 is very, very good. Very well done. Damage was 400 million. Quad. I don't think there's a definitively perfect spot you could put it on for this map. Just any of these four corners, they're all the same anyway. If I were to do a smart targeting, how would that work? It is actually putting them in the different spots. So right there is best for, I don't know what track, probably this one, the first one coming in, and then this one piles them up right there. Maybe I should just leave it alone like that. It's smart for a reason. If I had to guess, probably smarter than me. Oh, 145. That's a bit rough. It has to be a fluke, right? I'm gonna take it off the smart targeting, keep it on normal, because maybe that's the problem. Or maybe it's just what was that? 145, the DDT? It came out the bottom left. How does this track even work? I thought they went around fully. That one went down here, out left. Oh my God. So the ones that come in from here go out right here. I've just gotten lucky and didn't have to... Oh, dude, really? All right, we moved that puppy down here, but now I have to be worried about the ones that come from the top down. It's really just a lose-lose situation. You know what? Honestly, I'm not even going to count that. We're still going to say 145 because I did move it, which gave us another ability right away, which isn't really fair. Dark Castle, the easiest expert map in all of existence. This thing should honestly be like an intermediate. I'm sure people have even like 2 TC'd on this map. I might be wrong about that, but I could see that definitely being a possibility. No question here, starting on round 100. See, I'm not stupid. I don't jump up to stuff when I know I can't get it. Like, I wouldn't go up to round 200 right now, because I mean, we probably could get it, but I'm not 100% confident about it, so we're not going to. Round 215. You see, that proves my theory. That's such a good score. 426 million damage. Muddy Puddles, just Bloody Puddles, but way easier. I tried the same position as we did on Bloody Puddles, so I can get him over here, and then I can get him over here, hopefully in this spot, like this. Yeah, things will hit it. The hitboxes are big enough for sure. Same exact situation, 145. Let me show you what happens. Obviously, I've been microwing between these 3 paths right here, but this one, yeah, that's bound to happen. The confusing part, though, is that 145, Bloody Puddles is way harder than this map, okay? Bloody Puddles, we got 161 on. I don't really understand that, but who am I to question it? Hashtag ouch. Not our final map. We have one more coming up after this. The problem is, look at this range. I'm scared that it's not going to be shooting them to the left and right. Put it super fast speed. Yeah, not even one to the right side yet. Actually, hold on. What if we did a smart targeting with this? How would that even work? Puts them in those 3 spots. That's not going to help us over here. I got a new one. Now it is going on all 4 spots. In smart, so I think that'll be best. Finishing out the regular maps strong, honestly. 193 is solid, especially for a map like this where the targeting is going everywhere, 4 different paths. I'm quite impressed, honestly. And to finish it all out, Bloons. The smallest map in the game. We're not getting this right here. I just did that for the thing. We're getting it all the way up in this top corner right here where you can't even see half of it. If you're watching this video on a small phone right now, I apologize. Anyways, last map, we're gonna be playing out. Oh, no, share your challenge. I just want to go into free play. God damn it. Start round default, end round. We'll just say 300. I don't think we're gonna get that far. It's looking like it's about to be that time again. Lots of B80s coming through. Our spikes are diminishing. We have 1 ability active. No, didn't come down in time. God damn it. This is the smallest map in the game, and you want build-up with a spike factory, so 189 is honestly really, really good. And that'll be it, so why don't we get to the stats? Alright, the expert category results are in. The best map of them all was Dark Castle, getting to round 215, and the worst map was Ravine, getting to round 144, which is still pretty solid, and the overall average is 183.31, or just 183. Now for the overall stats, the best of everything. The worst map in the entire game for the Spike Factory Degree 100 Paragon was Ravine, getting to round 144. The best map in the entire game, drumroll please, probably already knew, Cubism, getting to round 253. Between all 80 maps, technically 81 with Bloons, the average round was 212.43 or 212. That's insane. Keep in mind the Apex Plaza Master overall average was 140, so huge improvement.